gate of his place. They shall say unto the elders of this city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, and he will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and Israel shall hear and fear. And so hear, and you've heard of turn and burn. We were going to preach hear and fear, but decided not to go that direction tonight. But anyways, I just thought it was interesting as we were reading that this morning. But I do appreciate, as Pastor mentions, I also try to write something down every day from what I read in my Bible that morning. And from that, honestly, it did help me say, I have to be aware and acknowledging of my own children and my own family and where we're at, and acknowledging our shortcomings and my own, and taking responsibility and accountability for that. And so anyway, so that was just a little by the way there, okay? But Exodus chapter 33, without looking, can anybody raise their hand and tell me what happens in Exodus 32? We're getting context here and situational stuff. What happens in Exodus 32? Very significant event in the nation. But you can look now if you want. I don't care. Golden calf. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the golden calf. Okay. So yeah, most of us would be familiar with that story. Moses is up in the mount, meeting with God 40 days and 40 nights, and getting the law and the 10 commandments and all of that, and comes down, and of course there's rebellion and sin in the camp, and the nation has rebelled. Unfortunately, under the leadership of Aaron, whether he was coerced or not, he took part in that punishment as well. And so this is right immediately after that. That is at the end of the chapter of chapter 32 is Moses interceding for the nation of Israel. And God saying, I'm going to wipe them all out throughout the books of the law here. But Moses interceding for them. And man, I love the person of Moses in the Bible, and how the Bible calls him one that was meek. And he went before God on behalf of the Israelites so many times. And just the patience that he had. And yes, we know that he eventually did, but what an example of patience to deal with a really known for their griping and complaining and grumbling, and yet he time after time went to the Lord for them and on their behalf. And what an example for us, for sure. But we see that happening at the end of chapter 32. And so this is a continuation of this. I tell the teens this a lot. We're going in Bible class at the school here. We're going through the book of John. And I have to remind them that just because there's a chapter division doesn't mean that, we jump completely somewhere else in the story and we jump the timeline and all that stuff. Sometimes that is the case where there's a gap in timeline, but a lot of times it's a previous events. And so, and that we see the case here. Verse number 1 of chapter 33 that we read with Brother Kyle just a minute ago. And the Lord said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it. They've already been past 40 years in the wilderness. 12 spies have already gone into the land of Canaan. They've already rebelled against that, and so they already know that. But he's saying, God is saying, continue on the path. Yes, I'm mad at the Israelites, or they have disappointed me in their rebellion here, and they've dealt with that. And there was a plague that was brought upon them. But he says, continue. Verse number 2, and I will send an angel before thee. That sounds awesome. Before thee, to drive out, and he lists 6 nations here: the Canaanite, Amorite, Hittite, Perizzite, Hivite, and Jebusite, and unto a land flowing with milk and honey. Okay, great. He's going to send an angel. He's going to take care of our enemies. We're going to go into the promised land. Sounds good. Sounds awesome, right? Except for the continuation of this verse. Continuation of verse number 3. Unto a land flowing with milk and honey, I'll send an angel before you to wipe them out, into a land flowing with